Yo, what's good, y'all? It's Theslykrow creeping in with another video. And man, this is absolutely ridiculous at this point if you're a PC gamer. Cause y'all got it down bad on PC right now, bruh. Do we have to add Capcom to the list of the bad PC port makers next to Square Enix with Final Fantasy VII? When they launched Final Fantasy VII Integrate, that was pretty spooky on launch day of PC. Or how about EA when they launched Jedi Survivor on PC? Like, this shit is looking spooky at this point, and this game is actually looking like a Game of the Year candidate, so I can definitely see the backlash that Steam players are going through right now. And it's sitting at a 40% on the user reviews, so a lot of people have been dogging on the performance with this one, man. So let's go ahead and read some of these Steam reviews. We have a review from Santiago, and he says, Capcom is back, taking the crown from Jedi Survivor Dragons CPU 2. Yo, that's a clever one right there, man. Major props to you. This is definitely pretty funny, man. And we have another comment here from Nice Sushi. I absolutely cannot recommend this game at the moment with the state that it's on. PC players didn't build the PC to play games at console quality. There's no reason why it shouldn't be getting 120 plus frames across the board with my graphics settings. It's not a great looking game, it's just fine. Red Dead Redemption 2 wants it better and looks better. Walk through Novigrad and Witcher 3 and look at the buildings, city streets, and the crowds and NPCs going about that day. Dragons Dogma 2 struggles from CPU overload because the NPCs in the world, especially in the city, it isn't even crowded. This is a step up from Dragons Dogma 1, but it's mind-boggling that you need a quantum CPU to run this game at a comfortable FPS. This is a pretty well written review. It's definitely crazy that this game isn't optimized well for the mid-tier builds, but with this game of this caliber at this state, like let's just be happy that we get to experience it this early. Maybe it should have been pushed back, but I'm glad that we got it this early and we have a pretty functional game. Even at 30 FPS, if you lock into 30 FPS, it's still a pretty good experience. So I appreciate the review, bro. Good looks. So here's where I'm gonna say my piece, and y'all in the comment section is probably gonna drag me down from this or dog on me for this, but I'm gonna say this right here. Capcom games at 30 frames per second is actually a pretty decent thing. Like, this is probably me coming from the console side of things, but when I played the Switch Monster Hunter Rise, this was a perfectly playable experience. Like the Capcom engine is very suited for the 30 frames per second experience. And as you guys can see in the video here, I am filming it in 30 frames, so you guys can get a sense of yourself whether this is smooth or not. And I've seen some nasty comments online saying that 30 frames is unplayable or 30 frames is so laggy to experience. And I can completely understand this perspective if you're playing most AAA games at 30 frames per second, but what I'm saying here is that Capcom games at 30 frames is a completely different beast. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is me coming from Rebirth at 30 frames. Like that game on the graphics setting is just a complete joke. On the 30 frames per second mode, like the frame timing is like so off with the 30 frames per second mode for that one. But with Dragons Dogma 2, like 30 frames is completely playable, guys, like as you can see in the video here. Now the next point I wanted to make here is the fact that like it's a good thing that devs are having ambitious ideas and wanting to improve the medium. And so we've had gamers, especially on the Sony side, say that, oh, where are the next gen looking games? A lot of these games are like from the PS4 generation with the graphics and the technical aspects. And so let's give credit to these devs who want to bring the medium forward. And I do want to give a shout out to CD Projekt Red. When they first released Cyberpunk 2077, there was obviously a technical limitation with the last generation of the hardware, and they did mention that there was a memory bandwidth issue with transferring this game over to the last generation of consoles. So the tech that they are bringing out here, especially with Capcom and Dragons Dogma 2, is definitely impressive. What I'm saying? When you see these big monsters interact with each other in this open world, You have like physics in the objects in the world. You know, the towns are fully explorable, and the fact that each and every clothing piece has a cloth physics and hair physics for each and every party member. And so it's definitely impressive to see this type of game launch today, you know, even with the technical limitations of the frame rate issues that the Steam players are going through right now. I do hope that this does get patched eventually. Hopefully it does, but you know, we'll see what Capcom does in the following weeks. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents, guys. You know, let me know how y'all feel in the comments down below. And this is your boy Theslykrow signing off. Catch y'all on the next one.